Have you ever had a day where it seems like everything goes wrong? Whether you blame it on Murphy's Law or your own poor planning, it starts off near the bottom, and as the day goes on, you find it can go lower and lower and lower. I have. And actually, for me, it was compressed into an afternoon. I was in the leadership of a group holding a local conference for the membership. Now, this was a big event, several hundred people. And I was going to be one of the masters of ceremonies. In fact, I had the singular honor of introducing the founder of the group, who was coming in via the internet from California to present to our membership. A big projection screen and all that fun stuff. Now, there was a history to this group that a lot of the members didn't know about. So I thought, as part of my introduction to the founder, I would tell a little bit of that history. The problem was how to really make this pop. So I thought about it, and I thought about it, and then, eureka, I realized what I would do. I would do this to music. And my choice of music was pure genius. The piece I selected was Thus Spake Zarathustra, or as a lot of you may know it as the theme from 2001, A Space Odyssey. Yep, I was going to risk my entire introduction to the founder of this group based on my own abilities as a speaker and a sound system I've never seen before and had absolutely no control over. What could possibly go wrong? We are talking about a speech that was maybe 1 minute, a minute and a half long. I wrote that introduction and then I practiced it. And then I practiced it again. And again. And each time with the music blaring in the background, boom, 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 I had this down pat. The big day arrived. And ever cautious, I printed off the text of my speech. That way, even if I just completely blanked, it would be okay because I'd have the text right in front of me. I could follow along with the music. About an hour before the founder was due to be introduced, I went over to the sound system and I double-checked everything. And I played the music and I set all the volume settings perfectly. I was ready to go. About 30 minutes before the founder was to come on, they started having trouble with the connection to California. And the local AV guy started tinkering with the controls for the audio-visual. Can you sense the foreboding? Meanwhile, I decided I would rehearse my little introduction once again. I reached into my jacket pocket and my notes were gone. I patted myself down. I reached into my jacket, I reached into my shirt pocket, I pulled my pants pockets inside out. No sign of my notes. Beads of sweat started to roll down my face. Remember, this was not a speech you could improvise on. It had to be word for word perfect to be in time with the music. I asked a couple of my friends to look around. No notes. I felt a cold panic starting to seep in. Finally, showtime. Maybe a minute before I was scheduled to introduce the founder, they got the connection to California broken. The room got quiet in anticipation of the next part of the conference, the keynote speech from our founder. I pressed the play button, and the music burst forth from the speakers. Well, burst is kind of an exaggeration. It was kind of more trickled out of the speakers. Instead of the boom, 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 it was more boom, boom, boom. And that was largely drowned out whenever I started speaking. My mind went blank. I had lost the beat to the music. And I lamely tried to continue on, even though I knew the effect was totally gone. The crescendos of the music, if you know the piece, were originally timed perfectly to coincide with each point I was making. That was gone. Lost to the audience. In the end, I managed to get my enthusiasm up at some point to give a hearty welcome to our founder, who quite honestly looked very confused why his introduction had taken so long. I slunk off to the corner of the room. The only bright spot was when the regional director of the organization, who had organized this entire thing, came up to me. I hung my head like a puppy who just chewed its master's best slippers. But instead of a scolding, she patted me on the back and gave me a big hug and said how great I did. To this day, I don't know if she meant that or she was just trying to stop me from ruining everything by jumping out of a window. Now, the moral of this story could be prepared. But I was. I had practiced that speech over and over. In fact, I did it for the regional director with the music. I had printed my notes. They fell out of my pocket. I had adjusted the volume perfectly and tested it, only to have it changed without my knowledge. Now, the moral of the story is to realize that some days Murphy wins. You are the butt of a cosmic joke. Things just go wrong. And in that realization, you will find it doesn't matter. Pick yourself up and keep going. That disaster of a speech was around 10 years ago. I have never stopped speaking, not in Toastmasters and not in public. In the end, it was just a day. A day I'd rather forget, but not just a day all the same. The important thing is get off the ground, dust yourself off, and continue on the journey of life. Madam Toastmaster.